Hey, here we are back, the Pro Wrestling Show, with Wrestling Travel, and we are very happy to have just before Slammiversary 2024. We'd like to welcome PCO onto the show. PCO, welcome back. I think it's the third time I've had you on, so we're
It's
very.
been a while though, Justin. It's been a while, no?
It's been too long, but I'll tell you what, I want to jump right into it. This event seems tailor-made for you. I mean, I'm excited that first of all, it's in Montreal. How excited are you about that?
Well, it's the first time in 5 or 6 years. So it's been a lot of retention. A lot of people wanted to see PCO wrestle in Montreal, and they couldn't have me because I was all over the States. And just the fact that I return home on a huge stage like the Verdun Auditorium, which is very mythic, very mystique too. Uh, Wrestling started there. It's a great building. You'll see on pay-per-view how crazy this building can keep the atmosphere. It's going to be electric. And I don't think, I think the pop, the way that the people will pop will be like pretty um, unreal and unpresented. I mean, it's going to be something very, very gigantic.
Now the tickets are flying off the shelf. This is
They're not flying off the shelves. There's no more tickets.
they're gone. They're gone. Well, they flew off the shelf. That's
Yeah, they flew.
that is that's
It's I believe one of the quickest sellout in 10 years, and probably one of the biggest house and the biggest gate. So it's pretty exciting. I think all of this in 10 years.
yeah. I mean, how
Biggest gate, biggest sellout, quickest sellout, biggest, quickest. Uh, it's pretty amazing uh, how it's turning out and how the community has been so involved with us. Everywhere we go, everywhere I go, it's crazy, pretty crazy. People are very excited, and it's not one day that I don't hear, I can't wait, I can't wait. Some fans saying, I can't wait.
when I heard that it was in Montreal and that the tickets at that time were flying off, it took me back. I don't know how many years ago it was that you made your pilgrimage to Montreal. I watched it
Yeah.
on Twitter. I watched you fighting every step of the way. And it just made me so happy for you without even knowing what was going to happen as far as your match coming up, but just that it was coming up to Montreal. It made me think that this is a PCO event.
Yeah, well, we've been talking about it like with the previous president, we were talking about it for almost 2 years, and that was one of the main reasons that I decided to stay with TNA's because I knew we were coming to Montreal, and then at first it was supposed to be for Rebellion, and then when that fell apart, I thought, well, that's not going to happen, and then everything started to align together for Slammiversary, which is even better.
Yeah, I'm excited to tune in and check it out. Let's talk about your match. Let's talk about AJ Francis.
Yeah, he's a guy that likes to brag. He's put himself over all the time, in or out of character. It's just the way he is. Like he likes to walk around and say like he thanks guys, say thanks to me for drawing the biggest house in TNA in the last 10 years, and he always like, and like that's a good way to get heat in the back too, you know. So you're not in front of the camera now, so it's you know, it's gonna be a little bit personal between me and him because I, I don't like the way he acts in the back.
Well, and he's got the Digital Media Championship, but now bringing back the International Heavyweight Championship.
No, this is
And
so crazy. People here in Quebec and Montreal and Quebec, because this event happens in Montreal. But I mean, since May 15, I've been touring the whole province, which is like, let's say, a state, and I've been going from left and right. It's one of the biggest provinces. I mean, you could literally like go 7 8 hours in without you know, went to the borderline of Quebec. So I've been pretty much like 3 4 hours around Montreal, the radius around Montreal, and that's the craziest thing about it. Like bus are coming from other regions, from Quebec City, from Ottawa, from Hawkesbury, Ontario, from all you know borderlines of Quebec and near Ontario. They're all coming even at the border of the United States, you know, they are all coming, you know, like there's bus, there's VR, all kinds of you know, coming with groups 40, 50 at a time. So now the problem, where are they gonna park their buses and their VR and all this? I mean, that's gonna be I think it's gonna be a nightmare for security Saturday, but it's a good problem to have, you know, because like every event, people think, okay, it's sold out, it's been sell out for a week, but they're gonna show up at the door thinking they might have a ticket, and they won't have a ticket, and at least they can buy one for the next day, Sunday, you know, for the TV tapings. So which we still have a few tickets available for Sunday, but they're going fast too. So it might be both nights would be great, but the Slammiversary is like off the roof crazy.
well, I'm from Wisconsin, so if you've got extra people showing up to that parking lot, um, we coined the term tailgating back by us. So it'd be one hell of a tailgate party if they can't get in.
I
Uh,
believe you.
yeah. So the International Heavyweight Championship, the
Yeah,
lineage of that title. What are they saying as you're touring the province? I mean, Carpentier,
that
Dino
everybody is
Bravo,
so
Rick
happy. Yeah,
Martel.
Joe LeDuc, Matt Vachon, Abdullah the Butcher, Aku, Dino Bravo, uh, even some of the bloodline, like Samu Hanoi, like one of the head drinkers, Samu, great Samu here in Montreal, uh, Lutez, Killer Kowalski, Stan Stasiak. I could
Yeah,
go on and on and on with big names, you know, Dave Schultz, Dr. Death, uh, Dave Schultz, the one who had the reporter in
yeah, Dr.
WWF.
D. Yep.
Yeah, Dr. D. So all those guys, you know, at one point or another, they were the international champion, and it's very important the way it is written on the bill. It's the international heavyweight wrestling champion. So that's the title, and that's the same that those guys wore for so many years. So there was so much pride in that title that I want to bring it back here. And I mean, I want to bring it back here. I want the people to taste that championship. It's like a big Stanley Cup, you know. It's like the big
Yes.
Lombardi Trophy. So it's awesome that this title and the media title and both on the line makes it even bigger.
As much heat as you have with AJ Francis, you almost have to thank him for bringing that title out and now
Yeah.
in front of the
Well,
crowd.
the fact that he goes hard on disrespecting like the former champs. He says he's the greatest ever. So he's a little bit out of line there, and that's why we gotta settle the score in Montreal. That's not gonna be hard though.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like everybody should know about PCO, but I feel like AJ Francis should have looked at recent history and not PCO is a monster. You don't want to.
Yeah.
You're barking up the wrong tree here.
Yeah, I'm gonna be hard to stop. I'm gonna be hard to put down. I'm gonna be hard to whatever you bring on. I mean, you gotta come hard on me because I mean I'm willing to live it all on the ring. I always do for every match.
Yes.
There's gonna be a very very sensitive, like very like line of adrenaline that it's really really hard like not to tap it on when you're in front of your some of your families. A lot of family will be there for me, friends and people that I grew up with. So you have that urge to impress them and to make them proud.
Right, and that's like I said. Ever since I knew this is going to be in Montreal, and you take the events that are leading up to this, the roof is going to blow off that place.
Yeah, and also it's Montreal's going to set up the tone for the whole world as far as PCO goes. Like the whole world will be able to witness, what I can do, what I can bring onto the table on the larger event, on the bigger event, and as far as character wise and everything, I think people are going to be like really impressed. It's going to be a high quality show, production wise, on every ways you can imagine. So I'm trying to bring the best on every single aspect of the game.
Yeah, 100%. I've always just looking back, preparing to speak to you, looking back at your matches, you do leave it all on the line every time. You just when I think that you can't impress me anymore, you do. You've been in this sport for so long. What does uh, how far out does PCO look into the future? Does PCO, are you just looking at that next match, or how far out when you think about look back at your career and then looking ahead? What do you see?
Um, a lot of positive things. I think I always felt like that since 2018, since I've really came back strong. I always felt like I haven't shown the whole potential of what the French Canadian Frankenstein has got, but is or could do, can be. And I think this is the opportunity of a lifetime to showcase all the layers of this character, uh, from the different varieties, like from upwards, downwards, on this each side, east, west, west, east, and any way or that you want to go. I think there's so much that I haven't tapped in, and I think this is the opportunity to show the world.
Final question here, because I know your time is valuable. As I'm representing wrestling travel over in the United Kingdom, when do you think the next time, or is there any plans to wrestle over in the United Kingdom again anytime soon? That you know?
With TNA, I guess so. I haven't heard anything, but I think it's always up in the air. We always hear about it that we're gonna tour soon in the UK. So I'm guessing somewhere towards the end of the year or the beginning of 2025. Something that should be a pay-per-view over there, right?
Yeah, let's hope so. Okay, well, hey, I want to, like I said, thank you so much and wish you all the best coming up here this weekend at Slammiversary. So PCO, I'd love to have you back on for a longer time.
Yeah, man, I'm so happy to see you healthy and we talked together and you're back doing what you like to do and uh, I'm proud of you and very happy to talk to you and you've always since day one supported me and I really do appreciate that.
And you've done the same for me, so I appreciate the sentiment right back at you. You take care and best of luck this weekend.
It's gonna be crazy. Thank you.